What is going on out there, guys? It's your boy Tommy on the spot. We're continuing with our live coverage of WWE Super Showdown. We are now live, and we are looking at the biggest battle royal. 50 men come into the ring here. Interesting to see kind of who these guys are as they're coming. There's Jinder Mahal. Who else is there? Is that Oni Lorcan, it looks like? Cedric Alexander. Looks like Drew Gulak. Buddy Murphy, Akira Tozawa. Try to give you guys as many of these as we possibly can. The live chat is open. This is something I'm looking forward to. There's Ricochet. There's the B team. There's, looks like Heavy Machinery. Xavier Woods is back out there. Matt Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Sin Cara. Miz getting his own entrance here. Whoever gets their own entrance is usually one of the guys who ends up winning this whole shebang. But let's see kind of how it goes from there and if that's what ends up happening in this match here. Let me go ahead and just get our live chat going. If you guys are kind enough to join me for that. I was just on the air a little while ago. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. Live chat is officially open. So let me know if you're out there, if you're watching Super Showdown. And if you are, and if you don't know who I am Tommy on the spot. You're watching Watchalong Wrestling. If you like what you see, make sure you leave a like and subscribe as we get set. Here comes the United States champion, Samoa Joe. This is going to be interesting just to kind of see this opening scene here. I'm sure guys are going to be flying out of the ring at a record pace. So I'll do my best to keep you all up to speed as Joe comes to the ring looking pretty darn impressive and intimidating as he most usually does. And my pick to win this is AJ Styles. I heard AJ was here. Here comes Cesaro. Interesting to see Cesaro get his entrance. But remember that Cesaro is the winner of the Andre the Giant. I am from New York, Queens, New York. Watch along with you guys here. So about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Things will be real different when we come to you live for New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion, which will be 3 o'clock in the morning. Starting here in the United States, here in New York. Yes, Kofi Kingston did retain with a big win over Dolph Ziggler as Titus O'Neil, comes down to the ring as everybody is telling him to be careful. I see Zack Ryder in there telling him to be careful. We all remember the Titus World Slide from the Greatest Royal Rumble back last year, the first time they went to Saudi Arabia. Him getting through did get quite a pop, which is, hey, thanks a lot, John. Appreciate it. A-Rai 600. Oh, here comes Elias making his way into the ring. The Lars Sullivan controversy, I am assuming you mean the comments from before he was in WWE. Obviously sickening stuff and just not cool for what he said. But, WWE fined the guy $100,000, I think, and sent him to sensitivity training. It is interesting, though, that he his real big first match was right here in the Middle East, which is one of his comments was that he never wanted to wrestle over there. So interesting stuff. But here comes Elias, and will be interesting to see if Elias does well in this battle. I didn't realize Elias was into here, but Elias cutting his promo, getting all set for the battle royal. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are watching along who you think is going to win this battle royal. The battle royal for bragging rights. So, yeah, I'd like to see Elias or AJ win the match. Actually, Elias would be cool. I didn't realize he was in the match. Now he's doing some stuff. I think Miz has a shot to win. Ali is in this ring. But we'll see. Obviously, they've only announced that it's for bragging rights. So because it's for bragging rights, I wouldn't be shocked to see someone like Titus O'Neil get the win or someone like that. That's pretty funny. And, Raw Tag Champs, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. I'm not sure they've been on television since the night after WrestleMania in terms of, like, being on Raw or SmackDown. But, nonetheless. Who else is in there? I'm sure there's probably some really random names in there. If you guys can see anybody, let me know. I do see the B team walking around. A couple guys from 205 Live. I think Umberto Carrillo, I think I saw in there. So it'll be interesting to kind of see who's there. And now Miz going after Elias and throws Elias in the ring. There's no way Jose in there. Okay, so I guess no AJ Styles. Well, it looks like there's a lot of people in the ring. Usos are back out there. They had a victory over the Revival on the pre-show, so the double duty for the Usos here. Doesn't look like we've gotten anyone out just yet. Matt Hardy is kind of posing to the crowd. Everybody is working on eliminating. Oh, looks like one of the Singh brothers. I think it was Samir Singh. Both Singhs, Sunil and Samir, are the first two eliminated. There's Carl Anderson. Man, poor Carl Anderson. And there goes Eric Young's eliminated. Akira Tozawa. Is that Akira Tozawa? Man, guys are going by so quick. They're not even – the announcers can't even keep up. Who else is out of there? Looks like everyone just kind of working on getting out of there. It looks like Otis and Matt Hardy are working on each other. Somebody was just tossed on the side. Oh, Luke Gallows, man. Gallows and Anderson. The mighty have fallen here. What's going on with the Good Brothers, guys? Yep, Heath Slater looks like he was just tossed out. The Viking Raiders are in there. Kurt Hawkins working in the corner over The Miz. There's No Way Jose in there with his now new green dreadlocks. He's kind of doing this. Oh, looks like Curtis Axel was just tossed out. So those of you guys who had Curtis Axel in your 50-man Battle Royal pool, he's eliminated. There goes Akira Tozawa. He's gone. Bo Dallas is gone, so there'll be no winner from the B team in this thing. And now it looks like somebody's working on. There's a Brian Kendrick out there. It is Brian Kendrick. Very cool. Kendrick getting back into the ring. Shelton Benjamin working over one of the, I think that is Heavy Machinery. There goes No Way Jose. I've been waiting for the No Way Jose push since he came up from NXT. Does not appear. Ah, yeah. Elias is being underutilized. He shouldn't be in this match. Ah, there goes Kendrick. This is, so far, a clusterfuck and a half, guys. I think Killian Dane is in there from NXT now. Obviously, the former Sanity was brought back down to NXT, and now it looks like he's there, so he gets out there. Looks like Tony Nese was just eliminated, Cruiserweight Champion, so much for that. Looks like one of the members of AOP is in there. I guess the one who is not injured. I think it's Razor who's not injured. I think Akam is. Ali able to hang on and get his way back in there. There's good brother Rowan in the ring. Good friend Rowan. Obviously, Daniel Bryan does not make the trip for the Saudi Arabia show, so he is not there. Looks like both. Might be both members of AOP in there. So maybe, I guess he's recovered from his injury, and now both guys are in there. Yeah, the announcers also do feel like they're struggling to kind of keep up with everything going on. Both members of Heavy Machinery in there. Both members of AOP in there. Viking Raiders in there. Hawkins and Ryder still in there. Xavier Woods is in there. And again, it's a Battle Royal for... I've just always been a fan of Battle Royals, but this one in particular, Elias still in there. He's working over. Yeah, it looks like they're now showing that all three of the big meat teams here, the big hosses, it's a hoss fight, as Heavy Machinery, AOP, and the Viking Raiders all looking at each other, all getting ready. And now Samoa Joe, he's working over. I believe that's Bobby Roode that he's working over. Robert Roode. I don't know if he's still Robert Roode. Looks like Mike Kanellis is in there from 205 Live. He's getting set for a program with Tony Nese for that title. Now they're getting up and they're getting rid of Tucker. Tucker is gone from Heavy Machinery. So Otis left to defend the team here on his own as Viking Raiders get rid of Razor. He's eliminated. So down to one member of, and there he goes. Nope, no, he's still in there. There goes Akam. Both members of AOP tossed out by the Viking Raiders, and now they're both turning their attention over to Otis. Somebody's underneath the ring there. Is that Titus under the ring? Titus is under the ring. Not sure what he's doing, but he's under the ring. Or he was at least this entire time. Now it looks like he's finally getting back into the foray here. Climbing back into the ring is Titus O'Neil. Comes over, knocks down Hansen. I'm not sure. I think his new name is Eric. These guys have been taken off TV too. I don't understand what they're doing with the Viking Raiders, why they even brought him up if that was the case. There's Shinsuke Nakamura. Remember Shinsuke Nakamura? Jeesh. They haven't even mentioned him at all. He's just kind of in there as a background player doing his thing. Not sure what happened with AJ Styles. Thought he was supposed to be in this match. And honestly, there's a lot more intrigue, I feel like, in the match when he was announced. But it doesn't feel like he's in there right now. Everybody just kind of complete and utter chaos as Ricochet now works over Xavier Woods. Titus with a big clothesline takes down Hanson. And there goes Rowe. Both Viking Raiders tossed out by Titus. Titus running wild as they show Ali being his way to try to get back into the ring. Shelton Benjamin was trying to hook Titus up over that top rope by pulling it down, but Titus was too smart, got away from that. Ali again looks like he's in jeopardy. Elias is still in there. Yep, he's creeping around unless they didn't announce his. No, Jason, unfortunately, if I did, they'd kick me off here real quick. So I am sorry about that, bud. But I won't be able to show you guys. But it's on the network. I mean, I think if you guys signed up, it is free. I'm pretty sure anybody, even if you're not a new subscriber. So I apologize. I won't be able to show you guys the screen. Elias is in there. There he is. He's doing his thing. Elias actually working over at Xavier Woods now. Woods off the corner eliminates Buddy Murphy. So Buddy Murphy, the greatest kept hidden secret, unfortunately, has not really worked out for him thus far since coming over to SmackDown Live. And now it looks like Shelton Benjamin, he's trying to get Matt Hardy over. Matt Hardy threw him over, and now a twist of fate to Shelton. Shelton is out. Goodbye, Shelton Benjamin. Looks like the Revival also in there. Noticing those guys in there now. Kurt Hawkins, rather, working with Samoa Joe, trying to toss him out, but Samoa Joe with a reversal, and now has the Coquina clutch on Hawkins as Hawkins is on the apron there. And now Zack Ryder now working over, and Zack Ryder tossed over the top rope. Hawkins still there, but not for long. He's tossed out as well. Samoa Joe eliminating both men, both Raw World Tag Team Champions. Still looks like Cedric Alexander's in there. Sin Cara, who I haven't seen in forever, in there. Looks like now looks like Ali again is being worked over in the corner. He looks like he's on his way out there. Xavier Woods is in there. Yes, he came down to the ring with Kofi Kingston and then came back out here for the Battle Royal. And looks like that's Humberto Carrillo's in there doing his thing. It's funny to see Rowan in there just kind of by himself. All these guys came out with no fanfare at all other than the select few, Miz, Elias, Cesaro, and Titus. Jinder's still in there. He's doing his thing. Revival working over the Usos after their match. I'm sure they'll have a rematch. I think the next pay-per-view is next week. Anyone know this? Like next week, Stomping Grounds? How did this just kind of come out of nowhere? Oh, that's Gable. So Gable has his haircut. And a brand new look. It is just kind of like short tights as opposed to his usual singlet. He's tossed out. I guess there was no Humberto Carrillo. That's what I thought. Kofi retained. There goes Apollo Crews. He was just tossed out of here. Kofi retained over Dolph Ziggler. We actually did a watch-along of that match. If you get a chance, check that out. Just right before this one. And we'll be back in a little bit for Goldberg and Undertaker in a brand new kind of feed here. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Tossed out one of the Usos is, as the Revival works over them, still trying to get rid of the Usos. Jinder Mahal, who, for those of you guys who may or may not have seen it, won the 24/7 title, rolling up R-Truth kind of on the tarmac of the plane. But then when he was taking a nap on the plane, R-Truth won that back. So they continue to kind of exchange the 24/7 belt. Ricochet over the top, hits Jinder. And now Ricochet tosses out the modern-day Maharaja. Jinder Mahal eliminated by Ricochet. Ricochet caught him while he was being tossed out with a Hurricane Rana of his own. Now it's starting to thin out a little. Rusev still in there. Naka Rusev, probably the last team in there. Otis is still in there. Oh, the Revival and the Usos as well, actually. So it looks like we're getting down, as the late, great Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan would say, that we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. And now Rusev working over Elias. Shinsuke working over, looks like Scott Dawson. Cedric Alexander and Eric Rowan, they're battling in the corner. This would be a lot more fun if this was for something, I will say. Like, give us, like, hey, winner gets Intercontinental title match. Something to that extent. Oh, Mansoor is in there. He's from Saudi Arabia, so he's kind of the hometown kid. So don't be surprised if Mansoor ends up getting the dub here. They didn't announce him at all until a minute ago. Now suddenly they're showing him get kind of worked over in the corner. Otis taking down Naka Rusev, both Shinsuke and Rusev. Now he's looking around. He's getting ready and signaling for the Caterpillar. And here it comes. Hitting the Caterpillar is Otis. Otis getting up and double elbows on Shinsuke and Rusev, but then laid out by Rowan. Now Rowan picking up Otis. I think that might be all she wrote. It is all she wrote. Goodbye, Otis. So maybe they're continuing to build up that heavy machinery going up against Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan at the next event. Obviously, they've been building that a little bit on SmackDown. Big choke slam. Rowan takes Woods with a choke slam. Now gets Woods up over the corner, and now he's about to throw him out, and does, and ends up falling on Otis in the process. I don't know if that was a screw up. It looked like maybe Otis was supposed to catch Woods, but he is out. Damien Sandow, unfortunately, did not make it, I don't think. The Revival eliminating the Usos. You got me there. I was looking around for Damien Sandow. I'd have popped big if he was in there. Matt Hardy getting rid of both members of the Revival. Just tossed out Dawson. Wilder now gets rid of Dawson and then gets dumped out by Cesaro. Matt Hardy eliminated. And now Cedric Alexander working over Cesaro. That'd be a match I'd love to see. Cesaro having some great matches already on Raw with Ricochet. It'd be great to see him and Cedric could have a match. Cedric with a big kick to the face of Cesaro, then climbs back in. Big elbow from Cedric. Working over Cesaro now. Has Cesaro up on his shoulders. Looks like he's about to throw him out. Cesaro, though, rakes the eyes of Cedric and remains in the match. And now it looks like we're going do-si-do as Cesaro getting him up for the giant swing here. Swinging the holy heck out of Cedric. Cedric holding on to his head for dear life. And finally now brought down, now picked back up. And that's the end of Cesaro. Tossed out by, that's the end of Cedric, rather. Tossed out by Cesaro. Sin Cara still in there. He's so far, like, we haven't seen him on television, like, since he fought Andrade, I feel like. At least not on the main shows. Now Shinsuke working over Sin Cara. Now goes off. Throws Sin Cara into Cesaro. Cesaro throws Sin Cara back to Shinsuke. Sin Cara catches Shinsuke with a Hurricane Rana. And then another spinning Hurricane Rana down into, looked like an armbar, but he released it quickly as now Shinsuke is over towards Sin Cara, working on him by the apron. Gets Sin Cara over to the apron. Sin Cara, though, kicks Shinsuke. And now Sin Cara with a sunset flip back into the ring. Sin Cara's on a roll here. Shinsuke with a big Kinshasa kick. Takes down Sin Cara. And now Shinsuke looks like he's kind of leveling things up here. Oh, and Sin Cara moves out of the way. Shinsuke runs into the apron. Sin Cara with a big kick on Shinsuke and eliminates Nakamura. But is quickly tossed right after that by Rusev. So that is the end of... And now Rusev is tossed by The Miz. Xavier Woods is not still in it. Unfortunately, he was tossed by good brother Rowan. And that's the end of him. Buddy Murphy is eliminated, unfortunately. I was hoping for Buddy as well. And now it looks like Robert Roode working over The Miz. Goes to throw him, but Miz able to block it. Now Miz up on the apron. Slides back under the legs of Bobby Roode. And that's the end for Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is out. We're down to, I believe, the final 6 here. Cesaro with Miz. Gets rid of it. We're still going here, guys. Still go. We still have The Miz. We still have Elias. We have Cesaro. We have Cedric Alexander. Miz now with the yes kicks. We still have Ali in there. Samoa Joe in there. And also Mansoor. Keep an eye on Mansoor. He is going to be in this match. And he's right from Saudi Arabia. So this whole thing might just be for Mansoor to get the big win here. Elias eliminating The Miz. That's the end of The Miz's night. Elias hanging on gets back in the ring. And now Elias still in there. It's Elias, Cesaro, Mansoor, Ali, Ricochet. Didn't even see Ricochet was still there. And Samoa Joe. The final 6. Mansoor right over on Samoa Joe with big rights. Ah, Pablo. Come on. Come on, Pablo. Wonder if Pablo, hopefully you're watching the show here. Big drop kick there from Ali, takes Samoa Joe down into the corner. Mansoor still working over Samoa Joe. Ricochet up and over, but stands on his feet. Ricochet is still in. Ricochet and Ali both working over Cesaro. Ricochet rolling back in. X Factor to Cesaro. Ricochet off the top. Elbow to Cesaro. Both men trying to double team Cesaro here. Joe laying everyone out. Ric Flair would have been entertaining. Nothing else. Maybe at the end here, a little wooski, and out comes Ric Flair tossing everyone out. Samoa Joe dumps Ali, but Ali holds on. He's still on that corner there, still on that apron. Ricochet now working behind Samoa Joe, trying to toss Joe out. Joe with an elbow. Big time chop from Joe, takes down Ricochet. Right now we've got Samoa Joe, Ricochet, Ali, Mansoor, and Cesaro still in there too, and Elias. That's your final 6. And now Ali is working over Joe, trying to pull Joe in, similarly to how Big Show's been taken out. Good to see some grinning out of you, Pablo. Joe has been tossed by Ali and Ricochet. Wow, so down to the final 5 here. It's Ali, Ricochet, Elias, Cesaro, and Mansoor. Cesaro comes from behind, eliminates Ricochet and Ali. Mansoor eliminates Cesaro. It's down to Mansoor and Elias. Remember, this is for bragging rights, so if they got to give the hometown kid a big win. The crowd is really up right now. Crowd has been on their seat for much of the show, but everyone's up right now going nuts. And it's down to Mansoor going against Elias here. And that's it. We're down to our final 2. 48 men left. Big super kick from Mansoor. Has Elias on wobbly legs. Mansoor takes Elias, but Elias reverses. Oh, but Mansoor holds on. Comes under with a big elbow to Elias's midsection and tosses Elias. Gave the hometown kid the win here. Mansoor wins the Battle Royal. 50-man Battle Royal. Mansoor wins the match. Gets really over live. People are going absolutely insane. He leaps into the crowd to hug, I believe, somebody. And I'm assuming someone he knows. Standing up and crowd going nuts for him. But Mansoor wins this match. You could find him, they're saying, on Twitter at KSA Manny. Big win for him. And honestly, once we saw him in there with like 20 guys left and nothing on the line here, you kind of figured this would be something for the hometown crowd. Yeah, that would have been a great way to... thanks a lot, Jason. Appreciate that, bud. We're about to be back in a minute with Undertaker and Goldberg. Ali and Mansoor shaking hands. Big win for Mansoor here in the 50-man Battle Royal. Always fun. Always enjoy a Battle Royal. We'll catch you guys in a couple minutes. Keep it locked right here. And right on the channel, it'll pop up a brand new feed for Undertaker and Goldberg, the main event of the Super Showdown.